everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wemimo, for those of you who don't know, or you can call me Wemi for short, and I'm also known as that mom of five. And for those of you who are new, please, before we go on in this video, I would like you to smash this subscription button below and then click on the little bell. And the purpose of this bell is to remind you of anytime I upload a new video. And as well, once you're watching this video, don't forget to give it a like, leave me a comment in the comment section, and feel free to share this video as well. Right, so I thought I would come in here and share and let you know why I decided to study adult nursing. If you watch my get to know me video, I did mention that I had a first degree in information technology, and while I was at uni, I was working part-time in retail. And while I was working in retail, the purpose of me working in retail, why I decided to stay with that supermarket I was working with, was because I realized that they have channel for graduate students, so that is any of their staffs who are graduates could proceed into a graduate role with them. So I was like, oh, that's good. So I decided to stick, like, kept working with them. So finally I graduated with a 2-2 in information technology, and I felt, yeah, so at least that was the minimum they asked for. So I thought, okay, I've got the degree, and I went to speak to my manager, like, manager, I've finished uni, and just like I spoke with you, and he assured me that once I get my result, that you put me through the process of applying for a graduate role. And to my deepest shock, he told me there is no graduate role in Scotland. You'll have to relocate to England. And I was like, that's not true. That I've been on the website and I've found some HR courses, HR roles, which are graduate roles based in Glasgow. That, I mean, I could start with that. I'm not quite picky, at least to gain the experience, because while studying information technology at uni, we did not have that much of exposure of maybe going into a placement, or maybe going to a workplace to get some working experience. There was nothing like that associated with that course. So I was like, but that's not true. I've been on the website and I've found some HR courses, HR roles as graduate roles in Glasgow, and it practically told me you have to relocate to England. Other than that, it can't really do nothing. If I say I was disappointed, I was really disappointed. So that was, as at then, that was my fourth or fifth year into working with that supermarket. And I felt with all of my time, I mean, I would know some full-time students who don't even bother working at all for the fact that they study full-time. But with me, I was studying full-time, and I still come here every weekend. My Saturday, Sunday, I still come to do an 18-hour shift over Saturday and Sunday. And at the end of the day, I'm being told that, sorry, you can't, you will have to relocate to England. So fast forward, I think I spent another 2 years in retail, and I decided, I'm so tired. Even though I was experiencing some other things, which I'll probably be sharing on another video, I was experiencing lots of stuff at this place of work, and I felt, in order for me to be able to contain my mental health, I would have to leave this job. So I left, I think 3 days before Christmas in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. That was when I left. And then I was gearing towards going into care. Then I met a lady while I was at work, and she said to me, oh, a so organization is organizing a care training, whereby if you attend for 12 weeks, you gain all that experience, and then if you practically did well during the training, they might offer you a job, or even refer you, or you could use them as a reference to any care jobs you apply for. So I was like, why not? So I applied and I got onto the training program. It was a 12 weeks training program, and yeah, they did pay for my transport, they paid for my lunch and stuff like that for 12 weeks. While I was on this course, I was applying for other job roles as well. So while I was there, I got an interview with this organization, but to my deepest dissatisfaction, I applied for a job role, and I did say, because I was going to uni, that I would love to work part-time. So I attended the interview, and it took weeks for them to say, yes, you passed the interview, but fortunately we don't have a part-time role for you, which was literally different from what I was told when I went for the interview. I was a bit pained, but I was like, you know what? I won't let that bother me. I'm going to be moving forward. So not quite long after then, I applied to a care home and somewhere in the west end of Glasgow, and I got that job as a care assistant in a care home. I've never worked in a care job before, and I've never worked in a care home, and I've never visited a care home before. So the first day of my shift, when I went in and I met the residents, at first I was emotion filled because I never thought I would experience. I've never experienced that phase of human life, of when human are older, they are frail, they could no longer do what they will be able to do, like feeding. I never thought I would experience that, and it struck my heart. Yeah, it did. It did. Like, I know we are young, we are able, we are agile, but that part of human life when they are frail, it did get to me, and it just pulled me more towards wanting to care for vulnerable people, wanting to care for the elderly, wanting to show that compassion. It was really, really thriving in my heart. And so I was in that role for 12 weeks, and I started thinking to myself, and I met another colleague at that place of work, and I said, you know what, I would love to be a nurse. And she said, yeah, why not? You can do it. And I'm like, but I don't know how to go about it. She was like, no, just go online to so college, look for a certain course because you've already studied at level 10 before. Look for certain course. And I mean, she said, I remember she said, look for access to nursing, that you can apply for that. Mind you, access to nursing is the level 6 course. And I was like, yeah, why not? If it's going to give me all the detailed skills that I need to start on this journey, I'm happy to do so. So I was in that job role. I loved the, the 12 weeks I spent at that care home. I loved every bit of it. Like caring for the residents, getting them ready in the morning, getting them fed like their meal, getting them make sure they are warm. I mean, keeping them having a conversation with them. I enjoyed every bit of it. I did enjoy every bit of it, and the more I kept going there, the more I was yearning to get to do this in a professional way. So I applied to college for access to nursing. I know when you're applying, you get asked what are your qualifications. So I did put all of my details, my qualifications, and everything. And then, like I said, I already studied at level 10, which meant I already had a degree. And this course I'm applying for is like 4 levels below what I'd already studied before. So the college now got in contact with me to say, you've already studied at level 10. Why are you applying at level 6 when you can actually advance to a level 7? So I was like, because I don't have an experience of maybe like working in care, like clinical experiences. I don't have such experience. And they were like, you know what? They only have 2 questions to ask me. And they were like, one, if we ask you to report at your clinical placement at 6 a.m. in the morning, would you be able to do so? And I was like, yeah, why not? If I know where I'm going, why not? And then second question was, your attendance has to be 100%. That from my file, they could see I've got 5 kids. That are you sure you'll be able to do that? And I'm like, yeah, why not? I will be. So I got accepted onto a course which was called HNCK and Administration Practice. So I did went on that course, which is a level 7. And yes, trust me, that course was tough. It was really, really tough. I hate essay writing. So it included essay writing. So that course was tough. And then while on that course, we went on a 12-week placement, and I love my clinical placement. Like, I love my clinical placement. I'm always looking forward to going back to clinical placement. So yeah, fast forward to that HNC level 7, I passed it perfectly well. And then I applied to uni. And the same uni I applied to was the same uni where I had my first degree from. I just felt, I already know my way around there. I mean, I could maneuver my way around the campus or wherever I was going. So yeah, I applied, and then I got accepted to study adult nursing. So far, first year has been great. It's a bit, I would say what I find really, really hard is like the distance when it comes to our clinical placement, because with nursing, you have some hours you're going to have to spend in terms of going on to clinical placement. There'll be times when you're actually studying for exams. There's times where even while you're attending your clinical placement, you've got essays to write and the essays to hand in. And then before we go out on placement, lots of activities, lots of tasks like skills clubs where you get to learn a bit of what you'll be seeing when you get onto the clinical experience. So far I'm loving my course. I'm loving. And I mean, at first, I remember my first day at the induction, I was like, oh my God, people said this course is really tough. How am I going to cope? But yeah, I did, and there are lots of support available from the uni for nursing students, and I'm so glad that I am on that journey of achieving what I would love to do in terms of caring for the elderly, caring for the vulnerable. And it does not necessarily have to be the elderly alone. As a nurse, there are many options available to where you can actually practice. So yeah, I mean, amidst this lockdown, I actually wanted to continue on to placement so as to see what the world would be like in a pandemic. But to the best of our knowledge, I mean, obviously the NMC Council wants the safety of the students, so they had to pull us out. Even those that were already on placement, they had to pull them all out of placement because safety matters. In as much as they're trying to keep patients safe, students need to be kept safe as well. So other than that, I've got no regret whatsoever on starting on this course. And yeah, going back is gonna be lots of placement hours, but I'm actually looking forward to it. So yeah, that was how I embarked on my nursing course, and currently in year two, I've still got a bit of placement hours that I'm going to be carrying over into year two due to the pandemic. But then I'm loving every bit of it. I'm loving every bit of it, and if I were to choose again, I'll probably be choosing adult nursing again. And I think at the same time, the first time I went to study information technology at uni, if I had better counsel, I probably would have gone for adult nursing then, or generally into nursing. But you know what? No knowledge is lost. At first, I thought, I've wasted the first 3 years studying information technology. But then I could always make use of that even in my everyday to day life as a student nurse and when I eventually become a registered nurse. So that is my journey so far. And as we proceed, and once we get back to campus, once we get back to clinical placement, I'll be sharing with you guys how I'm going back to uni, how I'm proceeding with my placement, and every other thing surrounding my journey as a student nurse. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and before you go, do not forget to click on the subscribe button, click on the notification bell as well, and I'm sure you'll be asking me, where is this hair from? Yeah, this hair did not come as a wig. It's actually in bundles, and you can shop the bundle on my website. I will leave the link of my website in the description bar. And this is 3 bundles of 16-inch body wave and a 14-inch lace frontal. Yes. So, and if you want us to construct this into a wig for you, you can always DM us. Like, I'm going to put my inquiry email in the description box there as well, where you can send us an email if you want to take advantage of our wigging service. And again, I will see you all in my next video, and thanks for watching. Bye.